Welcome and welcome back to the channel, guys. As y'all can see, this is a Dodge Charger with a 5.7 liter Hemi, 87 almost 90,000 miles, I want to say. All right, guys, what I'm getting ready to do is what some may call a tune-up. Okay, I have a different definition of the word tune-up. Okay, to the average consumer, tune-up basically mean these spark plugs. That's right, guys. 4, 8, 12, there's 16 spark plugs that go in a 5.7 Hemi. All right, so I guess the thinking and the saying goes, you're doing spark plugs, might as well name it a tune-up. All right, that is semi-true to a certain extent, of course. All right, to me, a tune-up is designed to bring the car back to its peak performance as it was at birth. Okay, so but just because you replace a spark plug does not mean you will accomplish that. Sure, if the spark plugs are worn out, yes, this will make a difference. Okay, but there's a lot of other things that can go into that come into play as it relates to tune-up. Okay, for instance, the car has to breathe well. All right, you have to have air filtration. Okay, you cannot have a clog. Car has to breathe, so intake air has to be sufficient and not restricted at any point. Okay, so air filter needs to be checked and verified. Even the throttle body has to be clean to make sure there's no carbon buildup restricting airflow intake. All right, so man, guys, depending on the mileage of the car, the PCV valve, okay, all of this play a role in tune-up. Now, guys, one thing I really want to hammer on as far as tune-up goes, because this, in my opinion, is one of the number one things that will affect the way your car runs, especially this year model 20. To me, guys, anything 2012 and above, what I'm talking about, going to affect the way your car drives a whole lot more than spark plugs. Okay. So now, what I'm getting at is, guys, a term we call a flash update. All right, yes, flash update. From time to time, car manufacturers will issue a computerized flash update in the form of software, of course. Long gone are the days where we replace a module just for a particular update. That was in the past. Yes, I was around during that era. Okay, there was times I was physically replacing computers 2-3 times a day just for a simple update. Okay, but yes, laws was in place back then. You had to do this for emission standards. Okay, I had computers laying all over the place. Now, with the event of computers with double EEPROMs in them and everything, a lot of these controllers are, you can now erase software that's in them and replace that software with new updated software that will address whatever it is manufacturers deem needing addressed. Okay, now let me take a break real quick. When I come back, we're going to discuss some of the issues manufacturers will tend to change over time as engineers learn the in and out of the engine and some of the complaints that's being fed to engineers. They take all that information and calculate it and may come up with a required update. We'll talk about that when I get back. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. All right, guys. Some of those issues that engineers seem to address, little simple things, man, like target idle. Instead of running 700 RPMs at idle, they may want to raise the idle when first started at cold to address the issue with stall out during cold drivability. Okay, we sometimes may have to remove software that has that load. Just say if it was programmed to run at maybe 700 RPM at cold start. Okay, now when I go to flash update, I will wipe that program out and may essentially put in programs that will now allow the engine to run at 800 RPMs target idle at cold startup. Okay, like I said, this could be just something as simple as keeping the car from stalling out when cold. Yes, that's the advantage car makers now have with the invention of double EEPROMs and controllers that are now erasable. Okay, yes. So my point is, guys, that sometimes that is a whole lot more important than spark plugs. Okay, now these are set. These are there is a change interval for your spark plugs. Okay, this is a Hemi. All right. So now, like I say, this customer 80, almost 90,000 miles. So she chose to do it now, which I have no problem with. It's fairly easy, guys. Remove all the coils. Simply use your spark plug socket. Go in, grab the spark plug, bring it out, go in with new spark plugs. But like I say, in order to help your car reach its peak performance, address all the other issues surrounding a tune-up. Okay, get out of the habit of thinking a tune-up is just merely spark plugs. The car has to breathe. The car has to vent very well, purge very well. Remember, guys, at a predetermined time, this purge valve is going to purge those vapors inside the charcoal canister. Going to bring them, see this line going straight back into the intake, guys. So we're going to burn those vapors in the canister. That canister can't stay full forever, guys. We're trying to store all those vapors inside the canister, like I say, for a later time. All right, guys. So with all that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead, knock out this tune up. I have some 3-part injector cleaner here. I will take the intake hose off and clean the throttle body, and I will verify that the computer is up to date. If not, I will bring it up to date. Okay, keep in mind, guys, the computer is tied in with the transmission module. That is on some cars. I'm not sure. This could be an 8-speed transmission. If it's an 8-speed, it has its own separate TCM. But most of the older model Chrysler 300 Chargers, Challengers, the module will house both the PCM and the TCM. So when you update one, you're updating both. And also, guys, if you program computer PCM, I highly advise you to go ahead and do the transmission. They're tied in together, guys. They're basically married. If one is updated, the other has to be updated. So keep that in mind. All right, guys, I have some work to do, quite a bit of work. No sense to me recording a tune-up, guys. Everybody know how to replace spark plugs. I try to get out of the habit of not calling this a tune-up just because I'm replacing spark plugs. But because that terminology has itched in a lot of people's head, we might as well leave it that way. Okay. But with that being said, guys, I'll do one. Okay. Now, if you've done one, you've done them all. You can see by doing one. And besides, I get to use my, y'all see this? Milwaukee fuel. Yes. I bought this the other day, guys. Matter of fact, I'm going to card the video right there. Y'all go check out the Milwaukee shopping I did at Home Depot. What was it, 2 weeks ago? Yes. Got me some goodies. I had no choice. Mine was not misplaced, but stolen. That's right. My old electric drill combination kit was stolen. Wow. Okay. Did good for 80,000 miles. 80, 81. I'm not sure how many miles on, but it's right at 80. They did good, but we're going to get these out of here, guys, and go in with some new ones. All right. Guys, I catch a lot of flack for this. Make sure you check the gap on the spark plugs before installing them. Some people eyeball them. I'm not sure, if that's wise, because if you have a spark plug gapper, you might want to use it sometimes, especially eyeball it if nothing else, because these can easily drop and be compressed. All right. So with that being said, guys, I'm just going to hold this spark plug right here and make this my thumbnail. Okay, we're doing a tune-up on a 5.7 Hemi, guys. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.